Okay, I'm going to play around with the gradebook on this one a little bit, because you might want to change the weights of the homework or the final or something like that within the grade tab on D2L. Also, you might want to delete an item or add an item, so I'll just run through some of that. So, I'm going to go through grades. Now then, one thing I want to bring up here is I do see people entering grades, I think a bit more complicated than how I do it, because I always switch to spreadsheet view, and then I just put everything in here. I don't know how other people do it, but there you go. That's how I do it. Right, now then, for you to go and play with the gradebook and change weights, here we go. Manage grades. Okay. Right now, and I'm going to do this because I prefer to have a bit less in the homework and a bit less in the final, a bit more in the final. So notice the homework's down at 15% of the grade. So it's not necessarily defaulted to, but that's what I think the syllabus has. The final's at 20%. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the homework to 10%, and I'm going to change the final to 25%. So I'm going to click on the homework here. Homework. Right, and it's right here. The weight I'm going to change to 10%. Okay, there we go. And that's all. Distributing weights by points across all items in the category, that will just automatically, if you've got 25 pieces of homework, they're all worth 4% each, if there's a total thing of 100%. So it does that for you automatically. Right. So, save and close. Now notice I have 10% now for the homework, 20%, but notice up here, it's going to tell you that you're not right. So if you've put too much in or too less in, it's told you this is not actually 100%. Well, I'm going to add the 5% to the final. So I'm going to click on the final and just make this 25%. Again, distribute weights by points across all items. That's fine. There's only one item in it, the final. And save and close. Okay, and that's it. That's all you have to do. Just click on the item and change it to what you want. So remember that to keep the test and the final somewhere between 70 and 75, which I still have. I've just got a bit less on the homework. Now, supposing you think all the homework there, that's pretty much set. But look, supposing you think that's too many quizzes. All right, too many quizzes. I want to delete one. Right. Now, it's not a question of actually checking it and deleting. Unfortunately, with this, you actually have to go up here, more actions, click on delete. Bring up this page. Now you can go down and decide, right, maybe I only want 6 quizzes or 4 quizzes. So I'm going to delete a couple of them. Then I'll show you how to add them back. Delete. Right. Okay, that's deleted. Okay. If I go down, I know how I now only have 6 quizzes. And now look, this is also a bit funny thing. 8 quizzes distributed across 100% is 12.5 each, 12.5%. It's still saying 12.5, where it should be, what should it, guys, math people, 16.66% each. There's a cat here. Okay, it will kind of refresh it. It will do it later, but I'll show you that. Okay, so I've deleted 2 quizzes, and this will normally sort it out. Sometimes it doesn't. It looks like right there, the 12.5. It should be 16.666. Okay, it will do it. Right, I'm going to show you how to add them back. So always quicker to delete stuff than add them back. Go back to the top. New item. The final exam, the tests and homework, they're the categories. You just want a new item to put in the category. So new item. It's numeric. Right, I'm going to call this quiz 7. Remember I deleted a couple. So quiz 7. Now the category is the quizzes. Alright, so I'm going to put it into there. Now when you do that, it sorts it out automatically. If I didn't have that, if I had none, it'd want me to put a weight in. But it's okay. It knows that the whole thing is worth 15% of the quizzes. It's going to spread it out, distribute it across that 15%. So I'm going to call it 100. Okay, so it's always out of 100. Make sure that's okay, because that might screw things up a little bit. So 100 points. It's in the quizzes. It's quiz 7, and that's it. Just save and close. I'll go back to this. There's the 7th quiz. Now notice this has now changed from the 12.5. 7 quizzes, 14.3 each makes 14%. Sorry, 100%. You guys can check, your mathematicians. And I'll go and add another one. I'm going to put it back to 8. So again, new item. It's numeric. Quiz 8. Looks like I've got it there already. Quiz 8. Again, make sure you click on it. This is in the quizzes. Make sure you change that to 100 if that's what you want them out of all. Don't worry about the weight. It sorts it out. Save and close. There we go. I'm back up to 8 quizzes, and I'm back to 12, each worth 12.5% each. Okay, so just think about that. changing the weight of each particular thing, okay, that category. Just click on the name. So I've made that 25 instead of 20 as it was. And if you want to add and delete, then just go down, pick a quiz, delete it. All this will change for you, okay, naturally. And to add them again, new item, run through the video again. Okay.